very much for that very warm and generous introduction, and a very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a great pleasure and honor to be here at this forum, and when Deepak was kind enough to send me the invitation, and he said, it's the 21st time that we're going to get together, I looked at myself in the mirror and realized that I was 21 years older since the time we first started. So again, it's my great honor, my great pleasure to be with all of you. I just want to go back to the pandemic. I know everyone's sick and tired of talking of the pandemic and how it was such a big catalyst to digital transformation, and how all of us actually figured out that our employers maybe didn't need us because business just continued to happen without us turning up at office. So there was a big realization, a big learning for many of us. But I don't know how many of us really stepped back and asked ourselves a question that when all of us were studying from home, entertaining ourselves from home, working from home, buying from home, shopping from home, how did that magic happen? How many organizations had actually prepared themselves in terms of business continuity and disaster recovery drills of having 100% of their employees work from home and yet the business continue unabated? When I ask CIOs this question, almost everyone turns around and says, of course, in our business continuity disaster recovery, we never factored for the reality of everyone working from home, playing from home, studying from home, etc. But yet, we all turn around and say that we were far more productive during those unfortunate months, I dare say years. Did we not reflect back and say, why is it that our businesses continued when all of us were working from home and we had no drills to prepare our businesses for such an eventuality? And I think the credit for that really goes to all the CIOs who over the many years, in a steadfast fashion, built robust, bulletproof infrastructure within their organizations, which enabled all of us to work productively from home. So I'd like to begin the morning by actually thanking all the CIOs for doing a phenomenal job. And I don't know whether in their organizations or whether in their own self-appraisals, they wrote the fact and told their business leaders that, guys, you were able to succeed because of what we did, because we were able to enable you in this moment of crisis. I'd like to begin by saying a warm round of applause to all the CIOs. So please join me for the IT fraternity. Thank you very much, guys. You did a great job. I don't know whether you got recognized in your own organizations, but the fact that all of us continue to survive and win is because of you. I also want to thank the partner community, because without building an ecosystem, without all of us coming together, working along with the CIOs and working along with the IT organizations, we were an equally important partner in this enablement. So a warm round of applause to all of us, technology providers, for working with our customers to help them succeed and therefore to help their businesses succeed. So warm round of applause to all of us here who represent the technology industry. Guys, we did well. The world may or may not recognize it, but we did well because at the end of the day, as they say, numbers speak louder than words. I want to take a very important point that Dr. Deepak Sahu just made in his welcome remarks, which was about winning in the mind. And I think when we look at adopting digital, bringing digital to life, optimizing digital, the win first begins in the mind. And my message goes out to everyone in the IT fraternity. Guys, we have been very busy managing a very effective IT shop. Every year, we drive efficiencies, we help our organizations to embrace new technologies and help them become ready to brave and face a new future. But if you look at IT costs are just 3, 4, 5% at best of an organization's overall operational costs. There is a large part of the cost structure of an organization which is spent on doing other things. And I would like to request everyone in IT to step out of their zone of comfort and really make sure that they become a more than equal business partner in the journey going forward. I think the pandemic has done, I would say, a big favor to the tech sector in many ways by being a big catalyst to this transformation around digital. But this transformation around digital can only take deep-rooted effect if we as technology executives are fully able to leverage this and drive benefit for our organizations. 90% of organizations today have taken a digital-first strategy to driving their businesses. But my question to everyone in the IT fraternity is that are we really at the forefront within our organizations to drive the digital agenda? Or is it somebody else who has taken on the mantle of doing this? So my message for the morning is, as Dr. Sahu said, winning begins in the mind. In our mind, as IT executives, do we truly believe that we can make a big difference to helping our businesses achieve pole position, to helping our businesses drive significant revenue growth, to helping our businesses achieve newer heights in terms of what they want to achieve? And if the answer in our mind is, oh, but I am very happy just managing the IT shop, keeping my costs down, and of course, introducing a few new initiatives a year, then we are not doing our organizations a favor. So I want everyone in IT to wear the hat of a business leader, and that is how they will be able to enable significant digital adoption within their organization. So my request is, wear a business hat. Now, a question to me would be, Manoj, how do I wear a business hat? I don't have a business role. I look at my business card. It doesn't say that I run anything relating to business. And that is where our ability to network and collaborate is going to be critical. We know that today when we talk about digital transformation, one of the key qualities we talk about from an organizational perspective is ability to collaborate, ability to be agile. We love to use these terms. My question to all of us in IT is that within our organization, are we being collaborative? Are we going to our business leaders and turning around and saying, you know what, I'd like to understand why our customers are buying our product. Where is it that we are better than our competitors? Where are our competitors better than us? Do we understand the customer's journey? Do we roll up our sleeves, go in the field? Do we tell our business partners that, look, please consider me to be an active teammate. I really want to go and understand the levers. I want to sit in your shoes, because when I do that, I will be able to map the customer's journey in terms of bringing digital transformation in a fashion where we will be able to drive preference for our products. We will be able to personalize our offerings so that we can drive significant new revenue growth. Do we go to our HR leader and say that we'd like to understand how we can help you in terms of employee retention strategies, how we can help in terms of driving employee productivity, how we can help drive new workflow automations, and how we can bring technology like digital workers in a fashion where they work very closely with human workers to drive improvements to the organization. How many of us really do that proactively? As Dr. Sahu said, winning begins in the mind. Or are we very happy just sitting back and turning around and saying, oh, my job is to maintain the data center, my job is to run a few applications on some cloud, I am doing that very, very well, and that is where I'm going to stop. So I'd like to urge everyone in IT to please step out of your comfort zone. There is a big role that you have to play in terms of driving the business from the front. I also would like to urge all the technology providers to give that support to our IT executives so that they can bring the value within their organizations so as to provide a 360-degree benefit of technology. In the past, we were very happy to help our organizations use digital technology. Today, we have to move from there and help our businesses to become digital businesses. So there is a big difference between becoming a user of a certain technology to actually transforming the business itself to being a digital being. As we look at digital organizations, we recognize that many of us have brick and mortar offerings which we bring to the market. The challenge we have many times is, how do we provide an immersive experience which transcends both the physical and digital worlds, so that you can make sure that irrespective of where a customer touches you, their experience is the same. So for example, if we are in a physical store and we have a great experience, and then we want to engage digitally because now we want to upgrade or we want to buy additional products, and we find that the online experience is crappy, it impacts the overall end-to-end experience of our customer. So we need to make sure that the experiences that we build are immersive. We need to make sure they are consistent. We need to make sure that irrespective of where a customer engages with, we are going to be able to help them succeed. I want to end, and I know that we are on a short fuse here, by talking about culture. And culture becomes incredibly important, particularly when you start talking about taking your own organization on the journey of becoming a digital business. When you become a digital business, you need new learnings, continuous training, continuous evaluation of new ways of doing business, and taking your organization through this journey of culturally changing themselves becomes very, very important. So looking at the culture, being the key driver for change of culture so that your organization and every employee is ready to adopt digital is critical. If yesterday in a workflow, you were passing a task from one human worker to another human worker, how do you make sure that you can bring comfort to your employees who are now going to receive tasks coming in from digital workers instead of human workers? In fact, I often joke with HR departments and training departments saying, you are very busy doing training for human employees. When are you going to announce a course for your digital employees? So the day is not far when human and digital workers will come together to deliver on a specific process which is critical to helping the organization achieve its business goal. So culture, and how do you make sure that everyone in the organization understands that digital is going to change the fundamental way in which we operate, becomes incredibly important. So I'd like to wish you all the best in the journey of digital transformation, in driving better operational efficiencies, in terms of improving productivity, in terms of providing better experiences to your employees first, and customers importantly, and last but not least of all, to help you drive new revenue streams as you become a digital business so that you can continue to thrive and survive in the brave new world. The next 25 years for India are going to be incredibly important. We are going to be amongst the largest economies on this planet, and I think we owe it to ourselves that we get our game plan, our strategy right, and digital is going to play a key role in that. Wish you all the very best, and I'm sure that we're going to have a great day ahead. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it.